Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a very exciting video. We're going to be covering anything and everything TSM. So there's just been so much noise and information coming out from the TSM team within Fortnite. It seems like Myth is now looking for a new duo partner. He's no longer going to be playing with Cloud or Ksid. As well as that, Lena, the president of gaming over at TSM, did leak on Twitter that there is a new player signing and it probably will be Zexro's new teammate. As well as that, Lena also leaked that Hamlinz and Daequan are pretty much done competing. They're no longer focusing on that. They're full-time content creators. And then lastly, an old school player of TSM, Camille's, has 100% left the team or been kicked. As I said at the beginning of the video, guys, there's just so much information coming out on TSM over the past couple days. And today I'm going to update you guys on all the information. And if you want to stay updated on future information, like when TSM signs a new player that will be Zexro or Myth's partner, be sure to subscribe to my channel because I will be making videos on that as soon as possible. Let's go ahead and start the video off now talking about Myth, because he tweeted something out very interesting last night. He said this: "Is it bad that I am waiting for some top tier duo to fall apart so I could swoop in and have a godly teammate for Worlds?" I find this tweet very interesting because Myth has gone through a ton of different duo partners on TSM. If we go back to the OG days in TSM, he was first partnered up with Hamlinz. And to be honest, I kind of do feel like Hamlinz was the best duo partner that Myth ever had. Maybe not skill wise, but just overall it seemed like they did have good chemistry. They worked together, they were friends. It was a good match. But this was a long time ago. We're talking about the Friday Fortnite days, over a year ago almost. But we'll probably never see Myth and Hamlinz play together again in a professional state, because leaked a few days ago on stream, Lena, the president of gaming over at TSM, said Daequan and Hamlinz are no longer focused on professional play and they are going to be full-time focused on content creating. Which is unfortunate because Daequan and Hamlinz did have a lot of potential, but I do see the reasoning as to why they would want to focus on content rather than being pro players. There's just so much more money in it. Anyways, back on topic, Myth has played with a whole bunch of different duo partners ever since he stopped playing with Hamlinz. But more recently and more officially, he has actually been duoing a lot in major events with Ksid, a fellow TSM member, who in my opinion I do believe is a pretty skilled player. He once played for NRG and he has had some good performances overall. But the magic just isn't there with Myth. They don't seem to really have that chemistry that you need with a duo partner. And very recently, over the past couple weeks, it seems that Myth and Ksid are no longer playing together, because in the upcoming ESL Katowice tournament, Myth is partnered with Cloud, a TSM junior member, and he's been doing a lot of duos with Myth on his stream. But again, it kind of just feels off. It doesn't really seem like they have that chemistry. Maybe it's because Cloud is really young still. He's only 15 years old. He is part of that junior squad, while Myth is a lot more experienced and a lot older. And I think Myth is basically saying in that tweet we first talked about that he doesn't want to play with Cloud permanently and he needs a stronger duo partner. He needs somebody who is part of a top duo right now to fall apart so he can swoop in and maybe, just maybe, Myth can rise to the top for once. But at this point, I don't know if the actual question is whether or not when is Myth going to actually get a good duo partner, or is it that Myth maybe just isn't that great of a partner? Because when TSM announced that Zexro was going to be joining the roster, I almost assumed that him and Myth would eventually get a go at being duo partners. But then I realized that Zexro actually has a really strong duo partner that he likes a lot, and it seems like maybe Zexro's plan all along was to get that guy to join TSM with him and to never really try to play with Myth, because on Twitter today, once again, Lena, the president of gaming at TSM, did leak that a new player would be joining TSM, and it's probably going to be Vinny. Let's take a look. She tweeted this out: "Tag some smaller streamers or pros you want to see on TSM." And then a fan added Vinny, who is Zexro's previous duo partner, and Lena replied and said, "Oh boy, do I have a surprise for you." So it seems like it's almost certain that Vinny will be joining TSM, and he does have some really good accomplishments, specifically with Zexro. They got third place at TwitchCon, which was that major event, for over $1.5 million, and that gave him a whole bunch of money earned. As well as that, they got 21st in WSOE 3, and he also has some pretty good individual performances, getting 14th place overall at the Winter Royale North American Finals. So I see absolutely no reason why TSM wouldn't be signing Vinny. Lena literally hinted at it. And again, him and Zexro have been playing together for a long time. They seem like really good friends. And honestly, I think this is a really good signing for TSM individually and for duos. But that also leaves Myth on the outside looking in, not really knowing who his duo partner is going to be. We probably already knew this, but it won't be Camille's because he's no longer on TSM, as you can see from this tweet that he put out earlier today, no longer part of TSM. We could potentially see Hysteria, a former Cloud9 player, joining TSM and being Myth's partner, because he responded to Myth's tweet and he said this: "Hey man, can I join TSM?" Which is actually very interesting because Hysteria, there has been no news about him actually leaving or getting kicked from Cloud9. Just all of a sudden in his profile on Twitter, it does say he's a free agent. So that's interesting. I'm not really too sure what's going on with Hysteria over there at Cloud9. He's a pretty good player though, and I do think maybe him and Myth could get along. I do feel like they lack that mechanical prowess. They both do seem like the type of players that want to be the ones calling the shots and maybe just focusing on the leadership role. But you never know, maybe it could be a really good duo if Myth decides to give Hysteria a chance. But overall, Myth seems to be in an interesting spot. I kind of feel like he just wants a superstar fragger to be his teammate, and he just really hasn't been able to find that since Hamlinz. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens with TSM. I do believe that Vinny is joining 100%, and Zexro and him will be great duo partners. Other than that, nothing really is confirmed yet, other than that Myth really wants a new duo partner. So if you want to stay updated on all that stuff, you want to know when Myth's new partner gets signed, or if Vinny does get signed to TSM, I will be making videos on those topics as soon as it happens. So if you want to stay updated on all professional Fortnite news and drama, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Also drop a like on this video. Every like really helps support me, and if we can get a lot of them, that really does allow me to make videos every single day. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you have an amazing day. I love you all. I'm out of here. Peace.